And on Sundays to the Philosopee Show, live at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on SoldierByBlood.com, home of underground entertainment and the voice of the movement.
Make sure you tune in to the Philosopee Show, where all you have to do is pay for attention, and you just might learn something. Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Culture Shock Radio, Cuzzo FM, Tar Music, and the Tattoo Shop Radio. Remember, it still takes a village. We are Village Global Net.
Your number one source for exposure and promotion. You want to host your own podcast? SoldierByBlood.com. You want to know where the hottest artists are? SoldierByBlood.com. You want real support? SoldierByBlood.com. Go to SoldierByBlood.com for more info.
What's up, Witty World? Science 93 Pipeline, Floyd Board, St. Louis. You know what it is. I love my city. We got it going on. Plus, we grind every day. Got them cartons. We even got the blue, block to block, corner to corner. You know how we do it. Grind every day. That's what it is. I call it home. Oh, Floyd Boy, I miss you drop. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. 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 St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. From the city where the good die young, where it's easy to catch a slug in a hood play dumb. Where it's easy to catch a case anytime, any place. And real can relate to all the hate and the fake. How much money can I make? How much money do you make? Every hood, every block, then paid they dues, then made the news, then gave some family the blues. Don't get it confused, my city makes the best when it's due. You don't have a clue, somebody might just give it to you. When all is due, the only thing that's promised to you is that it's due and the money making habitat. What you want on where it's at. If you got the dough, I'll show you what a product is. Stories never told, cases still cold, trials never close, cause the jury gets froze and the law about itself. Still no justice for us, it's like the wild, wild west. Yeah, St. Louis, St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. Showtime, Barcelona, my city needs some action. They say that I can't make it, I might be show me. Service in up off our village, Billikens rap the shakers. No matter what you're doing, under the yards they make some haters. Get around, ass brother. If you got it, I'll come get it. And if you got a problem, you can come pay me a visit. From Lee Bay to Bell Fountain, downtown to West County. It's money all around us. Out of town is coming find us in the club. Hey, poppin' after 3 a.m. And if you ain't ready to turn it in and cross that bridge, for the party never ends. Till sunrise come again. Out of town to say your friends. NCL is all in. Checkers be like towies. Sometimes they can't ignore it. You're sleeping and should be working. It's like you're asking for it. Cause man, it get crazy. Weather make people shame. So I hustle daily. This how my city raised. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. My city. St. Louis, my home.
Yes. Y'all know what it is, man. Welcome to another episode of the Philosophy Show.
Greatest chair dances ever.
Okay,
Man.
chair dancing is where it's at. Okay, that's just it.
All day, man. Welcome to the Philosophy Show again. It's 12:30 noon in the Lou. Hey, you are here with the council. What's up, council?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey, y'all know me as Tweezy the Don.
Green girl.
Same. Floyd. And Daddy Rich.
Oh, man. First of all, we missed you last week, brother. Condolences to your loss.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
And congratulations to what's finna happen to
Oh,
you next
man.
week. So,
I heard it was a big old turn up. I heard y'all
I would have brought the strippers, man. But
I
know
was
you
trying
didn't
to
want
get
that.
old girl for you. I was trying to get old girl for
You know, we chilled like kings last night, man. That
It was all good, man. And he pulled it off last night. Shout out to Prime Time for the
prime
OT
time
win.
for the OT
Okay.
win.
So, hey, we was watching it while we was with Daddy Rich, man. Everybody was straight in it. Prime Time is growing on everybody with just how he is, man. I love his attitude. You know, is how a lot of us should be.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And I salute him on how he getting down with his kids and everything, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yes, I just wanted to give him a shout out.
That dad moment was great, man.
Yeah.
He
That's
had a
wild.
Great dad moment, man.
They had a lesson that day too, man. They didn't get that win easy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude was coming, hitting them in the shit. So, but you know it's football, it's life. You ain't gonna never get nothing easy. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a couple easy somethings, but it ain't gonna always be easy.
Everything is never gonna just be easy.
Yeah.
And that's people just really gotta understand the convenience of all of the tools that we have does not mean that because you have that convenience that everything is gonna work a certain way. So you have to be prepared to put in that work.
Yeah.
It's not all party. You gotta do the shit.
Yeah, and you're gonna be mad doing it too, but at the same time, you know you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
Grind is the grind.
You
Grind
cannot
is
have
the
the
grind.
reward without the work.
Man, real talk. Regardless of what popular demand says.
Okay.
That's real life.
Made up.
Get your notepad out.
All right, so hey, last week we had Blakely and Keenan. We discussed relationship energy, and we were talking about couples. That's why we kind of missed you because we wanted to get your input on it.
Big
You know
time.
what I'm saying? But if y'all want to check that out, make sure y'all go back to the Philosophy Show on Facebook and check us out on Soldier by Blood Television. And like Green Girl said last time, you can catch us on Spotify and a couple of other spots, man. Be floating
YouTube.
around.
Blow up, she wait.
We
Man.
everywhere.
And we got to give a shout out to the VGN Network. Shout out to them.
I know that's where we got it up there. New Zealand in the house. Uruguay in the house.
United Kingdom.
Portugal.
Yeah,
Portugal.
Denmark, Germany, Guadalupe.
Hungry.
Oh,
Shout out to
Romania,
Haiti.
Singapore,
Shout out to Peru.
Man.
Belgium fucking with us. Hey,
Hey.
Mexico. I like that.
So you know we
How you say
got
Haiti? How you-
Mexico.
How you
we
say
got
hey?
listeners in 25 countries and 11 unknown, and that was back in we up to August, so that was last month.
Yeah.
So you know we coming up on some couple of more months, but we hopefully they continue to grow, man. So shout out to all our peoples out there that's listening
Yeah.
to us. Hopefully we
Yes.
bringing you some good content, and we are feeding your philosophies.
Yeah.
I see you, Canada, watching me. I know that's right. Let's
Swear.
talk about some exchanging.
Singapore, whip 'em with that cane.
I remember that. Had all the little elementary kids scared to the
Hey.
mother. That's a whooping. He got cane. Cane that boy.
All right, man. So, hey, this week we're gonna keep it on energy, but we gonna specify the relationship energy. But before we get to that, man, we want to talk to you though. But we do want to get your info on relationship energy. I don't really have a specific question for him, but at the same time, talk to us about your journey with where you at right now, and you about to be getting married next week again. Congratulations. Talk about the energy that was into that.
Oh man, it's been a, it's times where she could have left, I could have left, but the agreement is mutual of working. One thing about me and my lady, we don't argue. It's a silent argument, and I love it. Look, I say, hey woman, she say, hey man. We done. We move on. You know what I'm saying? We keep love in the house. Because it has to be love in the house before it can spread outside the house. Our foundation is knowing when to lead and knowing when to follow. Work to our strengths and work on our weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? Because this world gonna throw so much at you when you come out your door. So you gotta have your game face on.
Man, talk about it.
Everything is bring it back to the house. Make sure minimal go out, maximum come in. Keep a check and balance on each other's emotions. Know when to pick each other up. Know when to I'm this my weakness, this your strength. This where you lead. This where I lead. It's a mutual thing, So that's the real understanding of the 50-50. It ain't just about bills. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta live. So bills gotta be paid. It's not who pay them, it's they're gonna get paid.
Okay.
So it's a lot. She hung on this ride for 10 plus years, and she worthy of everything she get. You know what I'm saying? So this is her wedding.
Right. Bringing tears to my eyes, man. Yeah, he's off the market, ladies. He's off the market.
Oh man, I'm off the market.
That's all right though.
Same Floyd on the market.
Yeah.
You concur?
The mystic one. Come get some. Straight ladies.
Mystic one.
My brother. Treat him right.
It's the mystery.
all day, man. And I'm gonna sing. I know it's Ron's birthday. You wanna go ahead and give him a happy birthday on this Philosophy Show, brother?
Yeah. Yo, happy B-Day, bro.
Happy birthday, bro.
Floyd boy forever.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. We finna have a good time today, man. We finna talk about friendship energy.
Yay, friendship energy. Bestie, you watching? We talk about friendship energy.
All right. Ladies first. We're gonna start with you with the first question, Green Girl.
Get prepared. I'm
Indeed,
first.
So, with the friendship energy, what are you looking for in getting friends?
Understanding. Like, I'm not a teenager. I'm not in my 20s. So, I naturally gravitate to people who have great intentions. That don't mean that they're great people. That means they have the best of intentions. So that means they're going to treat me well because I treat them well. You know what I'm saying? I look at how you treat other people as a way for me to know how you're going to treat me. I'm real easygoing. And once you're in my circle, you've become family. So I start treating you like family. If I start feeding you out of nowhere, I look at you like family. You know what I'm saying? When I start considering things like, well, I know this person, I know you get cold at this time, so I have this with me just in case. Now you've stepped in the family because I don't just do friends. Once you're tuned in and tapped in with me, you're family. When you're invited to the house,
And you know
you're
this,
family.
man.
'Cause I don't even cook for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, and you have to be someone who understands when I get focused, I might disappear. You might not hear from me for a while. It ain't nothing personal. Just make sure I check in, make sure I'm breathing. Because once I grind, I grind. Anybody, my family will tell you, you might not hear from me for a while when I get focused. So for me, you have to be someone who has a good foundation, a good open mind, and be an adult. I can't deal with, like, we all got problems. It's okay. We can talk about our problems. You know, you might need someone to vent to. But I can't fix your problems. And I don't expect you to fix mine. You know?
With that being said, how many friends do you have?
So, I would say I have at least 7 solid friends that I can say I can call on, male or female, that I can call on depending on what it is. But I'm never someone to call you for something I feel like is above what you can do. Because I'm very considerate. Like, I'm not going to call nobody that got a whole bunch of kids and be like, girl, I need help. Nah, that's stupid shit. And you got people that'll do that. That's stupid shit and I don't like it. Whatever it is that I feel like, I might have a friend that can help me with ideas. I might have a friend that know how to fix things. I might be the friend, like, I'm accustomed to being the friend that has a space for you to be in. A lot of my friends have had either husbands or spouses or boyfriends or whatever, and shit ain't always sweet. You knew at any time you can call me for a safe space. Everybody who know me know if you having a bad day or whatever the fuck, 9 times out of 10 you can call me. Well, before I got to be green girl, 9 times out of 10 you can call me and it's an open door. If you just need to sit down, you just need to get the fuck away from everybody for a second, I'm usually who you can call. If you got a friend that's in a situation, especially because I'm big on protecting each other, especially as a female, I'm big on that. If you in a situation, I'm never going to close my door. Not unless your situation is some shit you done brought on yourself. Because I ain't going to help you with the nigga and you done slashed his tires and then sitting there, bitch, what I'm over here for? You might have earned that ass whooping, I don't know. But if it's some legit things going on and I could be of any help and any service, yes. But I can say I got 7 solid friends that I can call on. I would hope they would say the same.
Shout out to them 7. How many friends you got, brother?
I ain't gonna. Well, I got shit.
Like I got all everybody who liked on my shit, them my friends.
Friends list.
There's a million of them out there.
Likewise.
Relatively, I got friends. I'm a sane mind. It is what it is. So I treat people how they treat me. Circle small. If I treat you like family, it's because you is family. And it's all hospitality. My casa, my what I'm saying? If the shoe fit.
Flip-flop fit.
I knew somebody was gonna say if the flip flop fit.
The flip-flop fit.
Kick 'em off.
If the shoe fit. Other than that, you know, friends come and go. That's one thing, you know. And it's all different kind of friends. Don't take it personal.
Right.
So, you got close friends. But I would say I got a lot of friends. If I can call you up and say what's up, I care about your well-being, you're a fan. You know?
What type of energy you be looking for in friendship?
Same energy I give you.
Mm-hmm. Reciprocation.
That's just plain and simple. Like, are you all right today? That's like that's a good question. You know, that can go a long way. 'Cause your word might not be your word. Everybody has a natural well-being to me. They somewhat feel the same every day. So anything out of ordinary, you question.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So those are,
Somebody that's interested in your well-being.
yeah,
Okay.
shit like that.
Daddy Rich, what you think, brother?
Man, shout out to my boy Matty Yahoo. Always been a solid dude, never changed, you know. I got other friends I grew up in the hood with, but them the bros, you know. Gang.
Okay.
You know, so the thing is, you got to know when to separate what is an associate from a friend. You know,
Okay.
associate
Talk about it.
Okay.
is business involved.
True that.
Is where the relationship grows, but a friend is whether business is going on or not. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you may need somebody to vent to, you know. And I got the bros to vent to though, the people who will listen and not judge. You know what I'm saying? So the type of energy in a friend is just mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? For seeing each other succeed. You know, no matter how big or small your successes are, you know, it don't cast a shadow when the other friend is succeeding and you know you may go through a slump or something. You know what I'm saying? So friends are lifelong. You know what I'm saying? These ain't short-term things. You know, I got corporate friends, you know, that we get along great. When the business, we don't hang out outside that, but when it's business, you can count on them, you know. So
Right.
just be careful with friends and associates, because them associates will get you.
Okay. Well, I can answer that. We can go to the associate part. I can't put a number on it. I don't know how many friends I got. Just like with Sane said, but it's more about family to me. That's how I think about it. So it's kind of split up to family and people I fuck with, per se.
Now let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think that how we see friendships is based on how we were raised? Do you, because now I'm going to say this, when I was growing up, my mother always made it very clear, you ain't got no friends, you got family. Your family is your friends. And so naturally, when you become my friend, I see you as my family, because I come from a big ass family. It's a mob of us. Half the time, people don't even know we're related. Don't fuck around out here in these streets. You can get fucked up like that with me. But I noticed that people whose families are not tight, they have all kinds of friends and don't know how to differentiate an associate from a friend.
That's real. And I can speak on that because that's where I came from.
Yeah.
I didn't come from a per se big family or a tight family. I had most of the people I fucked with was outside of the family. So I made more friends outside of the family than inside the family. And that is true. You can't, only way you figure it out is if you're conscious to it and you go through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that is true, but I when it come to me, man, and it comes to friends, it's always, to me, they have to have something to either build you up, or it has to be an asset to what you're doing, even if it's going out to kick it every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That could be an asset. But it can't be somebody who always getting you into shit, negative shit, ain't looking out for you. Like you said, it's crazy you said that, like you wouldn't go and ask somebody who got a whole lot of kids to help you with some shit, because you can see that they already
Right.
have these struggles. Not to look at them no type of way. You just wouldn't want to bring another burden onto them.
Right.
That's how I figured out who was my friends. The friends that's coming over, riding in your ride, not putting gas in your car for years. You know, knowing you got kids, but you know it ain't shit because you rolling. That don't mean nothing, though.
Because that's just a matter of convenience.
Yeah.
And see, I think that now
That's
when we
crazy.
start, because, you know, we talk about business a lot, and I think that's where people get shit fucked up in business. Because they walk around thinking that everybody's their friend because you fine, you do business, we do this. And then when shit don't go your way, now this person betrayed me. No, they didn't. Everything was smooth sailing. There was nothing to rock the boat for you to know one way or another where you stood in this relationship.
Yep.
Because just because it's business, it's still a relationship.
Yep.
And I think that's where a lot of people be like, we used to be friends. You were never friends.
Talk to 'em.
You were colleagues.
Right. Man,
You were
get
peers.
that shit.
You were not friends. It was business. What happens after the business determines how far they go. Business relationships can turn into friendships.
Yep.
Because out of those 7 people, 4 of them people are people that I became friends with when I used to work at Deb Shop. And these people we've known each other. We've watched each other kids grow up. We've seen each other go through things. I've watched them mature in life different ways. They've watched me mature in life in different ways. But I still see all these people as family any day of the week.
Man.
Any of them. But I can't say that about nowhere else I've been. But they were genuine to me, and I was genuine to them.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? But you can't say that about everything. And I think that's when we have all these discussions about how people treat each other and, you know, the way they move in public with each other and how business is done. A lot of people think that because the business went well, that meant that you were friends.
Right.
And that is not the truth. You have to, you don't get to learn who they are as a friend until you are bond in a different way outside of business. When money is not the object and then it's no longer on the table, that's when you determine who your friends are.
True.
See, we know a lot about these entertainers, and so we can look at them and be like, oh, well, you know, look at what they did for so-and-so when their family died. They went and put this in a trust for their kids. Those are actual fucking friends.
For real.
Okay? Those are people that felt the value of one another in a certain way.
Talk about it. Value.
We're not in those type of positions. How often can you say XYZ, something happened to them, and they went out their way, you know, to make sure shit was straight for them? No reason, no questions asked.
Man.
That's a friend. That's when you know that you are now family.
Yeah.
That's what family does.
Man. Say that shit. You got up on it with the associates. Let's talk about, how do you, I want to say, what's that quote? I can't even say the word.
Differentiate.
Yeah, but it's more, let's go with that. How do you do?
It's like Green Girl said, it's business involved. You know, friends gonna be there whether business involved or not, but associates is just business. You know, cause after whatever the project you're doing with that person is done, those relationships may sever. They may sever.
Right.
But like she said, it may grow friendship out of that business relationship, you know, because you're like, hey, man, I like the way you handle business. Oh, man, you too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, you want to hook up and go get some lunch, man? Want to go, top golf? You know what I'm saying? So relationships from business relationships can grow and blossom friendships. But understand when business involved, and that's all it is, those are associates.
Can you have too many friends?
Yeah, you can. Because something ain't getting time. Or somebody ain't getting time. And you'll see the reaction from the real characteristics in the fiber of the person when it ain't time. You know what I'm saying? Like real friendships, it don't matter when you see it.
Right.
It's always gonna be like, oh man, it's my guy. You know what I'm saying? When you do see him. But associates, like once the business venture done, they could sever.
Okay. All right. Same question to you, same Floyd. How you did for Ray?
Well, I'm a pretty busy kind of guy, so. I guess.
Right.
In our reality, you know, I'm really a genuine ass fella, so I care about people. So I use how I carry myself, you know what I'm saying? If I see you, everybody know I fucks with people, you know, I fucks with the people. I wish all people do better, heal the world, like but just not like that. It's just not what it's cracked out to be. Do that make a little sense?
Who is your friend and who ain't your friend?
You know what I'm saying? Y'all my friends. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? If I see you constantly,
Even if it's the bum on the store you see every day,
nah,
that's your friend too.
I'm finna differentiate. What you say? Differentiate. You know
Hey,
what
some
I'm
of them
saying?
bums be watching out for me at the gas station. Them be my bum associates.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you kindly, sir. I got a snap for
You
you.
know, that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm an artist. I ain't gonna say if you people, you know what I'm saying, you say what's up, I associate, I'm always walking. So I ain't associated business, I associate with you. You know what I'm saying? If I see you every day, this is family shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Y'all more than friends. Y'all family. That's how I look at it. You know, I ain't got too much family. I'm the last of a dying breed.
I'm sorry, I got plenty of them.
Real talk.
You know.
Hey,
The same.
we got you, bro. You know I got you, fam. Shit. All right, Green Girl.
How do I tell? They tell me. You gonna let me know. Okay.
This the word I was really trying to say. I put it down now, but I can't.
Compartmentalize. Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking you were probably trying to get across. How do you... Okay, this is the thing. I treat people accordingly. I treat people how they treat me. If you put me as a priority, I will make an effort to put you as a priority. You know what I'm saying? But it's things about my personality you have to already understand about me. Because I'm going to allow you to be free to be you. I want the same respect. Because I'm not perfect. I'm going to do a lot of shit that you may or may not like. I'm going to say a lot of things you probably ain't going to want to hear. I do shit like that. But I'm open and I'm sincere, and people will let me know where I stand in their life. Because you can tell somebody anything.
True.
What happens the day that you ain't feeling that? What happens the day that you in a shitty mood and you feel like lashing out? Do you run? Because it's the same. It's a relationship. Relationships, there's very common ground. And in any relationship you're in, you're not always going to be the best person. That's human.
True.
Do you come back or do you stay away? If you're understanding enough to know there was a bad situation and I apologize, hey. Me and my bestie done broke up being friends about 500 times. And motherfucker might have something to say, and all I got to say to that is just, Mind your business. We having a moment. She in her feelings, I in my feelings, and I ain't feeling you right now. And then when we get through, girl, I don't even know what the fuck I was mad about. I apologize. Shit, I needed somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? You're going to let me know where I stand quicker than I can let you know.
Okay. I like that.
I think that's a key to finding solid friends and knowing the difference between friends and associates. Compartmentalize.
All right. I'm sorry, y'all. Today I can't talk for some reason.
That's okay.
But yeah, because it's kind of like, to me, you know, you can't, just like you said, if you have too many friends, it's like you can't give everybody. It's just like when in a relationship, what you gonna give most to your family and your queen or your king, and then people outside of that, it's just, you gotta figure out how to, you know, make and tune them into your life. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, where do people fit into the grand scheme of getting to where we're all gonna make it and make it happen? That's a hard thing to do. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if you had that mental in your mind, you know how that look. You know how that feel. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I can tell who's a friend and who's an associate. And like you said, some, they still turn, an associate can be a friend at a time. And then turn to an associate. You know what I'm saying? This, I think, kind of like how you said the business went good, and well, that was more they thinking that we were friends. And
But
then,
I think we've all seen the situation where business is done and, you know, everything is all right. And then I walk into a room and you might have been more friendly with me than I was with you. And you, hey, girl. And I'm like, hey, what's up? How can I, what can I do you for? And it ain't nothing personal. It ain't nothing bad. It's just, this was just business.
Right. It's just like, you almost said just like sex. Like, oh no, that is just sex.
This was just that one thing, sir. Don't get attached now.
All day. All right.
I love you.
Don't they?
I know we asked this for the last one about the liabilities and assets, so I'm pretty sure on if I do have to, and we can all speak on it, because you didn't get to speak on that. Yeah, that's one of the questions
what
I
we
did
need to
wanna
ask you.
Yeah, as far as, you can ask both of them. You can answer both sides, the relationship with your queen and friendship outside there. Is it a liability or asset?
To have a
Or
relationship.
could it be a liability or asset? That's the real question.
With my queen, that's an asset because we're building something. With a friend, it could be an asset if you're building something. If you're not, sometimes, a lot of times, it could be a liability because you got business on your mind and your friend don't. So that's liability.
Oh, dang.
That's an anchor on the ankle. That may be a leech lurking.
Man.
It could be a leech lurking.
Yeah, man.
A word.
They got their straw in. They're taking out, but they not putting none back in. You know, that's a liability. When all it is take and no
Pouring into.
addition to, that's a liability. And you know, we at an age where, as they say in Texas, minimize the liability.
Minimize them bitches.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And you know this,
But yeah,
man.
Your queen in your house always gonna be an asset, man. In more ways than we even understand. You know, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, monetarily, that's always gonna be an asset.
Right.
It's an asset. Because I got a praying woman. Man, I'll shut that story off.
Hey, no doubt. Green girl, I know you answered it from last week, so we're gonna ask you just about your friends Are they assets or liabilities, or could they be assets or liabilities?
I feel like you can be both, but in different ways. So you can be an asset to someone, and not even just monetarily, but it's a good thing for people to see examples of how you can treat people in multiple relationships. For instance, I see how my children move. They don't keep many friends. They might keep one or two. You know what I'm saying? They'll keep themselves a little boyfriend, but they don't really keep too many people around them. And that's a protection that they have. And I feel like, but they got that from me. They've always known certain people, and those people have always been treated like family and treated us like family. So that's an asset because that's teaching them moving forward how humanity should work. You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of young people out here that are fucking leeches unprovoked. You have absolutely no reason to be this way, and you are young. Why are you a bum at 16?
Woo! Good Lord.
I'm
what
confused.
the fuck is that?
Man.
But you have to look at the examples that they had. And you got to look at what their parents were showing them were friendships. Because their parents very well probably were the leeches. Probably were the people that you can't depend on. And so now they're also doing these things inadvertently. We all watch, what was that show? The Wire. Oh, yeah. And the little boy chose to be homeless and a bum over going to live with the teacher that had the home and had everything set up for him.
Yeah, I remember.
He chose that shit. Unprovoked. That's a learned behavior. So that's where it could be an asset to show them something different and show, you know, humanity to one another, because that spreads.
I like it. Are they some motherfucking liabilities or they some assets, bro?
My friend's an asset to a point. If you're a friend, you better be an asset.
Tell him again.
Ditto, kiddo.
Okay.
Cause I'm an asset.
You hear me?
So I expect you to be the same. I love doing good things, you know. That's what it's about. So I stay busy. You can't be no friend in my face all the time. You better stay busy too. Do something.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a requirement.
I make some friends that start feeding you shit. For real. Food to make a motherfucker your friend.
Quick.
Bro, right.
For real. So food, everybody know money. Bring friends. Shit, this real life no made up. Motherfucker be your friend quick. You can see you got a little this shit crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Some of them associates.
Yeah, they're associates. You already know, tweet, but I, like I say, you know, and sometimes it's all right. I might help you. Then your liability, but I figure that out in God's hand and somehow make it an asset, you know. So
that's a touchy. When you talking about that, that's straight real talk, cause it's like I wrote down, doing good things for bad people.
Your friends shouldn't be bringing bullshit to your door. If you bringing bullshit to my door, then we need to not be friends.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not gonna allow craziness coming my way. If I help you out with whatever it is, I'm not saying I'm conditional, but I am saying I like my peace.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna keep a bunch of people that's in a bunch of nonsense around me.
your friends know what to bring to you.
Your
And
real
yeah.
friend,
Yeah, they know what to bring to you.
We're not gonna do a bunch of nonsense. I should not be looking on the news like, this bitch was out there getting them.
Right.
Sheesh.
Yeah. friend, believe me, your friend knows what to bring to you.
You know, and being younger, coming up, and still in the developmental stage, we all had that one friend that you was like, man, why is it's always some shit going on around you? Brother, I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to move accordingly, exit stage left or something, you know. But
I try to catch no strays,
I got one of them friends I'm still friends with today, but I see him as needed.
Yeah.
Check on him, you know what I'm saying? But I cannot be around a person who always got something going on around them that ain't positive, man. It's like,
like you, I don't want that energy.
yeah, don't touch yourself.
Because they not learning their lessons.
Man.
And you ain't got time to be stuck around nobody that has not learned their lesson. I learned mine. I don't got time to be sticking around with you for you to learn yours. Because that's not going to be the day.
Man. Daddy Rich, you ready for your section, brother?
Yeah, man, my phone. All right, I'm ready, Tweet. This section is called Straight Out the Book. Today I have Isaiah 33:6, and it reads as thus. He will be the sure foundation for your times, a rich store of salvation and wisdom and knowledge. The fear of the Lord is the key to this treasure. And when I mean the fear of the Lord, I mean a healthy fear, because I don't want nobody to be confused like, fear him so much I can't go to him. No, fear him to the point of a healthy fear where you know who to go to in those times of need.
All day. Thank you for that, brother.
No doubt.
Where is my?
You doohickey?
Yeah, see it.
The doohickey.
Think I'm a vibe.
Okay. Looking for the mouse. Alright, well, we gonna see y'all in a few minutes. We finna take a break. We're gonna make it happen.
Yo, DR. Yeah, I go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Think it's time we address. Oh boy. Let's address it. Oh boy. Room, baby. Yeah. Couple elephants in the room, man. For sure. Motherfuckers done did it. Done did it. It's official. You address this shit. Y'all motherfuckers done. Stacks Brothers. Address this shit.
They said I couldn't, I knew I could. They said I shouldn't, I knew I would. What's already explained should be understood. Me and my nigga good, it's all love straight from the dirt. Dug up from the lot in the hood. All this fly shit ain't come without hate. Lies, fake niggas and snakes, masquerading as your foe. Like you won't give them smoke. Fuck a toke, I ruin these clothes quick, take me for joke. Now they wanna holler my shit's dope when I had them high from the first quote. Think we ain't hear that bullshit blabber, idle chatter from the peanut galleries. Now these niggas on their knees from this anaconda squeeze, whispering please. Thought they knew me to murder, showed them friendship separated by 6 degrees. Tried to play grown men, product of black cavemen. No need to plead, let go, nigga, I say when. When the wind pipe no longer pipes win. When them pipes come out, they hands go up in the wind. Fuck friends, buffoons hide there like balloons, bout to get popped soon. Taking room for real goons who get it from the mud, but eat with silver spoons. My testament to niggas turn hoes was once glue. Lying ass, ratting niggas faking like they true. Claiming OG, really bitches, acting brand new. Niggas got a problem with me, address it. I spread flu. Let's take a head count and see how many threads they countin'. Who really about what the fuck they yap about? Motherfucker. See, my mistake was time. Thinking that knowing niggas your whole life, and that time equates to honor and respect and loyalty. But a born snake, a born fake, can't operate outside this genetic code. That's not how they were built. If it ain't in them, well, what else would you expect from them? Chefing up this cook up. Grind time, no look up. Look for me, I've been booked up. Now I'm the big fish, they wanna hook up. Scene change when I pull up. Scheme change like Mo Bucks. Lane changing like hold up. Used to know, but now I don't know us. I got the glow like shown up. Raw blue on my show chucks. Been dope since Robux. I'm in the psych ward because of go nuts. Slice of turkey like cold cuts. Macas niggas couldn't hold us. Game changes like cold crush. Got an appetite for this gold rush. Niggas thought it wouldn't be us. Mad as hell when they see us. Mad cause niggas wanna be us. They keep praying hard to defeat us. Been counted out my whole life. Raise the count on my show price. Fuck half, I want the whole slice. Judge me, I need 5 mics. Top tiers, my flow game. Spark shit, I'm like propane. Niggas are not who they proclaim. Just ride the way to my flow change. Steady dropping like boom boom. Passing niggas like zoom zoom. Doubting me is like too soon. The ways I make is like typhoon. Another level like Fo Show. I'ma always hit my free throw. Y'all boys niggas like Kojo. Just mad we did it, no promo. Y'all cash the checks, we just stack mode. Waiting to see how they act though. Planting seeds, my rack grow. I'm in the studio with my stack grow. Looking for us, we passing them up. Wanna beat us, we smashing them up. In a 2C, the pop in the clutch. How you go low when our status is up? Ain't no need for flashing a buck. Keep believing in God we trust, cause he is the reason we running them up. Y'all left out, no seat on the bus.
Yeah, there you have it. Let's address this elephant in the room. Real niggas do real things. Yeah, Stack Brothers, bitch.
King of the beast. Lord have mercy. She could have her way. I mean, Neil done everything did. Oh man, she could have it all. It's alright with me. Tell her.
Do what you wanna do, go anywhere you want. It's alright with me. You can have what you wanna have, get anything you want. Girl, it's all on me. We can do what you wanna do, go anywhere you want. It's alright. You can have what you wanna have, get anything you want. Girl, it's all on me. Let me be honest. I said I've been following you and your ebonics. You got me feeling some type of way, girl, you be on it. What's that you on? I don't know what it is about you, but I just can't get over your introduction. I'll be down to give you everything, girl. Hanging out wherever you like. We can go anywhere. Go wherever you like. You can do what you wanna do, go anywhere you want. It's alright with me. You can have what you wanna have, get anything you want. Girl, it's all on me. We can do what you wanna do, go anywhere you want. It's alright. You can have what you wanna have, get anything you want. Girl, it's all on me.
Give you a picket fence, house and silver spoon. Put my astronaut suit on and go get you the moon. Run you a bubble bath, snuggle and make you laugh. Love the dimples in your cheek when you smile and laugh. May I have your autograph? Your diabetes sweet, like a rose with no thorn. Beautiful, unique. How about a shopping spree? Everything for free, in everything you see. Courtesy of me. By the way, the name is V. You know my resume. Oh no, hell no. Look like a good day for me to get to know you and have a chance to show you. And if I get to know you, you'll be loving what I show you. Or we can cruise and take a flight on a private jet. If we choose, we play fight and watch the sunset. Picnic on the line. You having fun yet? Cause it's only just begun, I ain't done yet.
We can do what you wanna do, go anywhere you want. It's alright with me. You can have what you wanna have, get anything you want. Girl, it's all on me. We can do what you wanna do, go anywhere anything you want. Girl, it's all on me. 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 Girl, it's all on me.
No shorts taken, no move faking. I keep it moving. No shorts taken, no move, no force. No keep it moving.
Beyond the art for 3, I dominate features. How could I cease? The lead coppers, my team's proper, unique. They screaming so golf in the bleachers. Ain't no prize for the weak. I slide collide Bugatti's fast 305 on the dash, moving silence with heaters. Can never beat me, boy. You match the size of my sneakers. Prince of a mama, queen to survive in each trial that you got through to divide and beat down our eyes while steady trying to defeat us. So rock swallow my demons, rob preachers blind on the weekend. Headshot your deacons leaking, rise on my pod like Vegeta. Fuck your false minds of a leader. Yeah, oh shit. College for me ain't provide what was needed, bitch. My only silence is freedom. I'm incomplete denial of you and your life was achievements. I'm what you wanna be, huh? I've been almost golden in front of me, huh? Y'all will forever be under me, huh? I'm playing like Tekken, I'm Heihachi, huh? Madman antagonist, still on that devil shit. Cold still of that metal hits, cross the face of this shovel, man. We get this
No
fellow
shorts
shit.
taken, no move faking. I keep it moving. No shorts taken, no move faking. I keep it moving. No shorts taken, no move faking. I keep it moving. No shorts taken, no move, no force. No keep it moving.
You tuned into the best alive, allow me to testify. Never took the stand, I take a stance, problems rectified. So trust, records slide with bad intentions edified. The streets get extra live, working to success arrives. You ever met a fly hustler with nerd tendencies? Probably not, can't fit in the box of this industry. It's all synergy, raw talk, epitome. You never give a dog a bone, that's like giving a pen to me. Validity, sinister minister, menace with a ministry. Double meanings in my literature, I mean it literally. It's all facts packed in my lyrics, no slack writtens. So now I got you riding my wave, no cat niggas. These rap niggas think we friends cause I dad niggas. And it be the same hand that I use to clap niggas. To make it rich off rap is still the dream plan. Little bro out for the chicken, call him my wingman.
No shorts taken, no move faking. I keep it moving. No shorts taken, no move faking. I keep it moving. No shorts taken, no move faking. I keep it moving. No shorts taken, no move, no force. No keep it moving.
Yeah, we are back, baby.
Hip hop.
What you got for us, Green Girl?
So today, first and foremost, before I get started, I had the pleasure of going to a consumption lounge over in the Loop called La Gasolina. It was very, very nice. You know, nice spacing. I had one of the cannabis seltzers. It was really tasty. I'm not really a salsa girl, but those cannabis seltzers kind of do it for me. I know. I gotta figure that out. I like that.
Cannabis
nice,
seltzer.
clean setup. Nice, clean setup. I like the dab bar. I like how they operated. Now, what I really enjoyed is if you wanted to go in and smoke your own herbs, It's just a $10 cover charge. That ain't nothing. That's not bad at all, you know. So I enjoyed myself. It was a nice place to be social. You know, met some new people. And then I left a few of my flyers for the do-it-yourself crew. And that's going to be me, KB, and J Styles merch. The smoking section. Let me make sure I have it right because he has an official name. Official. But we're doing a do-it-yourself puff and paint situation where we're going to allow people to make their rolling trays.
Okay.
So it's going to be good consumption, good herbs. They get a complimentary pre-roll. We'll be doing raffles there. Come join us, Ferguson. And it's $40 now. We had the early bird special tickets. I'm gone. Those were gone. Those were gone the week we put it out. So
because they didn't do it themselves. Tickets sold out.
So yeah, definitely we still got some space left, but definitely check us out. Gonna have Rudy Buds doing their food. I'm gonna obviously have my wonderful tasty treats available, and we gonna rock it out.
Rock it, motherfucker.
And that's October 21st. So.
I'm gonna get my ticket as soon as we get off the air.
Okay.
For a be standing room only.
For real. Hey, shout out to Let's Get It Activated 3D podcast. They said salute to the council. We appreciate y'all. Give a shout out to our sponsors, Cash Raw Teas Kitchen and Exotic Happy Hour Mobile Bartending Services.
Okay, because she definitely going to be in the building. She definitely going to be having them drinks. Yes.
I didn't do a Let's Think About It today because I wanted to congregate with the council and see what y'all want to talk about on Let's Think About It today.
Ooh, let's think about it.
Let's think about it.
How y'all feel about the rollout of the fake meat?
What?
Yeah, that they've been talking about?
Uh-huh. How you feel about that rollout?
So had it been an official rollout? Like they didn't put it on the market?
It's already on the market. Pay attention. Y'all know, remember how we used to say Kentucky Fried Chicken wasn't real?
Yeah.
It's official. It's really not real.
Wow.
Start paying attention to some of... I seen something this morning. I seen a recipe this morning as an ad, because you know I'm always looking at recipes on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I was reading, and I'm like, this is interesting. And then it said meatless. And I was like, meatless where? The first thing you mentioned was shredded chicken.
Right.
Pay attention to what we're looking at now.
Meatless?
But it said it was meatless, but the first ingredient was shredded chicken.
Hey, you see when you go, as she mentioned, KFC. You can't use chicken in the name if it ain't chicken. So that's why it's KIFs. KFC. KIFs. Man, but with the way we consume meat, these animals ain't growing that fast.
Damn.
Like I always say, you can go around any store and you gonna see, give me a 6-piece honey hot with some cheese fries. Yeah. These chickens ain't growing that fast.
Hell no. People recognize and learn. I'm sorry.
Just by consumption.
Wait a minute.
Sustainable consumption.
That's crazy.
Whatever. What are we eating then,
See,
man? I don't like this shit, man.
At first they were saying they were mass producing a lot of animals, and that was problematic because of waste contamination and the abusive practices. Now they've literally just take what's called animal cells and inject it into matter and make this meat.
And they just making them to make meat.
Yeah. Now it's already been banned overseas.
Yeah.
Russia banned it immediately. I believe Italy banned it immediately.
Yeah.
They said no immediately.
Don't they got like a 3D printer for that? Yeah, a certain type of meat.
Yes.
A 3D printer.
Yes.
What? What you mean a 3D printer?
3D printer. Oh, you're not familiar with a 3D printer?
Mm-mm.
A 3D printer, I could print you.
What?
I can make you right now.
Yeah.
What is y'all
I
talking
can
about,
a
man?
3D printer. I can this cup you looking at. I can make you this
So
cup.
it make a hologram. Well, not a hologram, but a
I'm
duplicate of you.
making you what I have right here.
Yeah, they got them. They got them in the schools. The 3D printers.
Yes.
What are they print?
What you need? What you want?
Say you at school and a button comes off your
People
shirt.
be checking if their kids right.
You know what I'm saying? You can duplicate the button that you're missing off your shirt at work with that 3D printer.
What?
I'm gonna tell you.
Wait a minute, man. I've never
I'ma
heard
tell
of
you
this in
what-
my goddamn
what I
life.
know's been-
But
This
wait a minute.
sound like some
3D
damn
printers
Rick
have
and
been
Morty
out
shit.
for a very long
Yeah.
time.
But how can they print
do 'em on
material?
small
So you telling
and
me they
large
can make this water
Yes.
and I can take it
They
and
can
drink
make
the
that
water out of this
right?
bottle?
I can make that for you.
I know they can make the bottle.
Yeah, we
I
can
don't
make
know
that
about
bottle.
And I can
water.
pick it up like this.
Yeah, we can make you a bottle. You can pick
You
it up
make
just like
phone
that.
case.
What?
I can 3D
Yeah, they
print
got,
whatever.
They
Where
got
they get this
CAD.
shit from,
Tinker
son?
CAD is a site that we use. I had to help give a presentation to teachers.
What do you put
network
anything
superintendent.
inside this motherfucker?
Yeah, it's a very expensive process.
Yes.
It's very expensive.
Some things take longer. It all depends on what the dimensions of it is.
But it is very doable. They've had what movie was that?
We
that had a
produced
3D printer?
a quarter that you can use in those shopping carts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna say nothing else.
Wow.
Yeah.
It worked.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking serious right
Yes.
now?
Oh my God, Tweezy is like, how much is in this honey bun damn cake? This bitch was lying.
Right.
You can make phone cases. You know, it's called filament.
Filament.
It's like
the
plastic wire.
Light. Yeah, like what's in the light. That's
Yep.
what makes the light light up.
But it's a plastic, kind of like a plastic that melts down through the heated tip. And then it tells you, the 3D printers tell you how much time it's gonna take, and all you do is get the dimensions off Tinkercad. You can make name plates. You make all types of stuff. So I'm loving that the technology is in the schools, but these don't produce meat. I seen one that produces meat, like steaks.
Really?
Yes. It's on the internet. I know you're an internet guy. So when you
Rabbit
pull up
hole,
the 3D
here you
printer,
come.
that
I did not
produce
know that was
the,
real.
the meat.
I don't even believe it. Once it go out of my brain still, it's like, man, I don't believe this shit.
Yeah.
Since y'all telling me y'all the motherfucking. So basically they rolling out fake meat.
So just pay attention to who start having like really cheap sales on hamburgers. Cause let's think about it. You go get you a burger from McDonald's. Motherfucking Big Mac damn near $5-6 by itself.
Yes, it is.
Watch how these hamburgers finna be 99 cents, $1.99, $2.99, not even on the dollar menu burgers.
Man, a double cheeseburger at White Castle is what, $2.40?
First of all, let me tell you how stressed out I am. White Castle's burgers. My Grammy said she used to buy them motherfuckers for a nickel. So you mean to tell me when I rose up, and I rarely eat the shit because I don't go out and drink like a kid, and I don't need to do that to me. But you mean to tell me you was charging me big burger prices for a nickel? A nickel
I was
worth
in the
of burger.
drive-through last night about 2 a.m.
Crazy mama.
2:30. It actually said like 2:32 on the menu.
That's stressful.
Without tax.
That's so stressful.
A double cheeseburger at White Castle.
Which is really a slider, a double slider. 'Cause it ain't no
A
burger.
little bitty ass burger.
I'm so stressed.
And they know big niggas like me gotta buy at least 4
Man.
to be satisfied. You hear me?
Yeah.
So now you $10 easy. You know what I'm saying? $10, $11 easy for folk.
Man.
That's ridiculous.
I'm trying to figure out, man, but if we eating this shit right, what's the Why wouldn't we want to eat it? Because it's just
Well,
fake meat,
let's think
or-
about this. In your lifetime, how much food has been now linked to cancer?
A whole lot.
And that was supposedly organic.
Really?
So now, if the organic food, the alleged organic food, was cancer causing, what the hell we finna get with this new shit that y'all bringing to the table?
We don't know shit.
Some things ain't meant for consumption. They say soybean ain't
You're
meant
not
for
supposed to
consumption,
eat that.
but they make soybean burgers.
They put soy in everything, and you're not supposed to eat it.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like when people transition into certain diets, and they're like they get gassy because of you gassy because you still trying to substitute that meat you missing. You using that soy, and that shit turn your insides up.
What the fuck is?
You could put apple cider vinegar. Let me tell you something. When I make baked beans or I make anything chili, anything with beans, because beans give you gas, you put a cap full of apple cider vinegar in your meal and let it cook with it. That neutralizes the enzymes that cause gas. My kids be turning that shit up.
Apple cider.
It's
like
natural ways to, diffuse anything.
So why soy not good for consumption?
Because it's not. You just not supposed to eat. I don't even think it's a plant or anything.
Damn.
It's like a man-made
Don't
something.
it activate the cancer cells in you that already exist in your body or something like that?
I don't know.
Shit's terrible for you in real ass life. You ain't really supposed to be eating it.
Yeah. That's some fucked up shit.
That's why you're really supposed to be using like the bean supplements or use walnut. They use a lot of people that really are truly vegan. They use a lot of legumes and nuts to substitute meat. Not that soy shit that'll kill you. Tofu is terrible for you. It's not really something you should be consuming.
What is tofu?
Fake shit. Just say fake shit. It's not something you should be eating. Yeah, and they use that and that soy, and it's almost like they use that shit hand in hand, just killing you slowly.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I don't want no fake meat, man. I think we need to start getting us a farm and start building us our own shit.
That's why
I'm
they've
getting
been
tired of this
pushing that
shit.
so heavy for people to learn. Like, everybody pays attention to the Popeyes commercial, but don't nobody pay attention if you got stamps. If you get food stamps, you can buy seeds and you can buy herbs with your food stamps and start your own grow at home. They encourage that heavily. They have it on the fucking website for the state of Missouri. But our country asses don't use the internet for anything we need to. We use it for everything we don't fucking need, right?
How that
Like
work?
fights.
If I want to have a farm right out here, how does it work? Do I gotta be in farmland or something? Type of shit?
If it's big enough and if you figure out the agricultural laws out here, you actually could probably get a tax write-off if you have enough square footage. I would look into that.
I need to start getting me a fucking.
Get you a couple of chickens, get some fresh eggs. That way you know what it is. It's getting to a point where if you're gonna eat meat, you gotta go straight to the butcher. It's a farm right out here in North County, up in the cut. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about. You can go up in there and look at what you want, and they'll cut it up for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm about on, man. Cause that's weird, bro.
You know,
We're reverting backwards, if any. We talked about reverting backwards, like how it was starting to look like the 50s and 60s. But what people don't realize is this technology that they're pushing and the way that America is so greedy and so ready to take it all, they're pushing us back into learning basic shit.
Yeah. But this shit is... I'm scared to eat some of this shit.
Man, start to attach a jewel I want to drop. Start to attach the word agriculture to your LLCs. We sleep on that.
Yeah.
Matty Yahoo is because what my paperwork was over here in Illinois. I'm getting so in Illinois I'm attached in agriculture to the organization that I'm making because that will help me with my non-for-profit and getting land.
Okay.
Specify the word agriculture.
I know what you're saying, like as
on
far
the
as
paperwork.
the business. Yeah.
Like when they ask you the question when you filling out the paperwork and they ask you what will this be used for?
Yeah.
Agriculture. It's a key word.
Yep.
What you think, man? You eating that fake ass meat? That's a negative.
They say the rice styrofoam.
Yeah, I heard that shit. Like, damn, man, ain't shit.
So here's the thing about the rice, though. What I found out about that was the reason why they was planning putting plastic in the rice and shit. They was doing that to punish Haiti. They was sending that fucked up rice over to Haiti.
Really?
Yeah. Listen.
Wow.
The colonists are still fucking mad that Haiti did not fucking step down and they whooped their ass and they whooped Napoleon people and sent their motherfucking asses back. He didn't even kill them. He sent them back and said, let the motherfucker know we ain't doing it no more. They still pissed. They put that plastic in that rice to send it straight to Haiti to fucking punish them. They're still mad.
And then they feeding it to us too?
Got what I tell you earlier, everything come through where? Everything come through us.
Damn.
Some kind of way, our hands and everything.
The fuck we got going on? So what about the rat shit and certain shit too? I remember that was back in the day. They said it's in peanut butter. They was like it's a certain amount of rat feces in peanut butter.
Probably how they manufacture. Go home for the night.
But you know what? Probably manufactured because if they're not following regulations, which we know many of the more prominent companies here are good for not following regulations. Remember the oil spill, right?
Yeah.
Fucked up the whole Gulf because they didn't want to pay for a cap.
Wow.
A funky ass couple $100, and you caused a whole ecological issue.
Yeah.
Fuck the money. You messed the people up. Why you? Look at how long ago that was, and look at the age of the kids that we looking at now. Those kids are all products of drinking that fucked up water.
Yeah.
Say with mercury
and then you wonder why these kids is losing their damn mind.
Man, yeah. And then with you saying that, and you talked about a little bit about the antidepressant medicine shit, right?
Yeah, so, and I just want to throw this out here. Something that I recognized recently, a few medications that I had been prescribed in the past, I noticed that they weren't doing what they were prescribed to do, and so I decided to just look them up, see what's up, if anybody else had these issues. And what I realized is I was prescribed antidepressants that they prescribe to people and call it pain medicine. Well, the thing is, it messes with your neurotransmitters. So you're trying to depress a part of my brain instead of, help me with pain. I don't like that. Because now you're messing with my neurotransmitters and you're trying to turn my own switch off. Don't touch me. Don't fuck with me. So now I recommend anytime you are prescribed a pain medicine and the pain medicine isn't working, definitely, or don't fuck if it's working or not, look it up and make sure you're not being prescribed something else.
Wow.
Because medications can be prescribed for a multitude of reasons, right? But why is it that me, black woman, had surgery and you gave me something for muscle spasms that's really an antidepressant instead of giving me a pain medication such as acetaminophen with codeine 3? Right. Why would you give me one instead of the other if one is for the pain and the other one is for what the fuck? Who told you I was depressed right now? Right. How dare you?
That's some bullshit.
So just because it's something that they're allowed to do does not mean it is okay. So be mindful. If you're taking something that's not doing what it's supposed to do, look it up and see what else is the dual reason they would prescribe it, and look at your health history and see if it makes sense.
Motherfucker. How you feeling, brother?
Great, man.
You feeling like expressions
of a thug.
Of a thug.
Yeah.
So, say I feel great.
Great.
Yeah.
I thought you was handing me something.
More of that cake.
Shit. So, today I just realized this world ain't gonna never change. It's just gonna recycle itself.
Dang.
So true.
So, I'm gonna be me to the end of me. Y'all know that's death. No one else could be me. So the destination is to the top. So I'm gonna be the cop, like Rock, that skip, making the haters cockpit as I flip they whip. Shit be nonsense. This meal ticket. You a cricket, go on ahead, perk. They out here lurking all eyes as we just minds before they eyes, cause we wise in disguise in front of their face. Damn, did I put them in their place?
For sure.
This shit ain't no contest. The definition of the best. Ain't no X's and O's, no hoo-hoos, no rah-has. This shit in my soul. Are you hungry today? Try not eating today. I gotta eat every day. So I gotta make a way. So I'm gonna be selfish to that. Work my fingers to the bone to that. You can talk that shit. Go on ahead. Just don't get caught in that trap. Then you just that another rat. Damn, I had to chuckle, but I'm gonna put on my seatbelt. Buckle up, cause the ride is still going and going and going and going and not a delusion, causing confusion, ball of confusion. That's what I call the word. Since a little boy, I'm just looking for that beautiful old woman. Hey, I love life, don't get it confused. Especially as a thug. Sometimes this shit can get abused. Shit you can get used to. But I'ma go on ahead, keep it loyal. Everybody know I'm royal. When it comes to that one, I will spoil you. Cause we caught up in turmoil. And we just trying to control it out. Roll it out. Cause we know what it is to go without. Shit gets sickening. Clock is ticking. And on the news, every day somebody come up missing. We open those ears and everybody listen. But we wonder why we teach. Just so the word could recycle
Expressions of a thug.
By St. Floyd. We'll be right back.
Everybody want the benefits. What's the point in being in it if it's not that for you? What's the point in being intimate if your heart ain't into it? These come a dime a dozen. What's gonna make you stand up for me?
Yeah. See, I wouldn't waste your time. Nah. So why would you wanna waste mine? Huh? I'm only in this for a purpose. Best believe I show you that I'm really worth it. Yeah, if you wanna chill, we can chill. First off, can you pay my bill? See, my cost of precious time is more than coffee, wine, or meal. You wanna shoot for that exclusive style? Can you support my shopping habit? I need to know this information first before I let you have it. Look at me, about style. When you see me flout style. If you don't understand or comprehend them, boy, you lousy. On that realest shit, who gon' bring you mental bliss? You just want that liquid lit. Well, boy, you gon' pay for it. I bring balance and submissiveness that please me, tease me, freaky. Yeah, I'm real Mona Lisa. And those other are counterfeit. I know you want this good love. Bougie with that hood love. The things I make you do. Tell me what you gonna do for me.
Everybody want the benefits. Well, me too. What's the point in being in it if it's nothing for you? What's the point in being intimate if your heart ain't into it? These come a dime a dozen. What's gonna make you spend on woman benefits? Well, me too. What's the point in being in it if it's nothing for you? What's the point in being intimate if your heart ain't into it? These come a dime a dozen. What's gonna make you spend on woman?
$2,000 Birkin. If you wanna come for me, then sponsor me. It should really work. I'm looking for my Mr. T. A whole lot of money, be a Mr. You can have whatever. Your that potato, you treat me good, I treat you better. Beneficial for forever. Will I ever fall in love? I've been there, done that, now it's never. Don't need commitment nor consistency, just a situation shit. Don't need your broken promises or some old fake relationship. It's simple cause I'm nimble, feel me? No dramatics over here. No strings attached, so why react and take me out my atmosphere? You give me this, I give you that. That's how it goes, and that's a fact. So don't be mad, no disrespect. So now you know, so come correct. It's give and take, boy, how I blaze you. You blaze me from the floor to the bed. Talking about how you gave me, boy, I gave you some of that super. So what you really want from me? What you really want? If it just don't benefit, then really tell me what's the point?
Everybody want the benefits. Well, me too. What's the point in being in it if it's nothing for you? What's the point in being intimate if your heart ain't into it? These come a dime a dozen. What's gonna make you spend on woman benefits? Well, me too. What's the point in being in it if it's nothing for you? What's the point in being intimate if your heart ain't into it? These come a dime a dozen. What's gonna make you stand up for me? I know you want it, and I know how bad I love the money. I ain't running from it, no title, it's yummy. No problems I don't need. Just give me that cheese, I'ma put you to sleep. Can you pay my bills? If you can, then maybe we can chill. Baby, I'm just tryna keep it real. Put a ring up on it, that's a deal. I don't think you do. You and me are through.
That song dope, man.
Oh,
I really like that song.
Yeah.
You say that's Miss Law?
Yeah. Jaquandis.
Oh man, shout out to them. I like that song, man. Yeah, your life jumping there. Your life is jumping. That's all that means.
Man. All right, y'all. So this Philosofee Show, man. I think we was on energy for about a month, maybe.
Yeah.
About a month. So
this was our energy month.
Yeah, this was energy. So I think today, we hit good energy, bad energy. We hit relationship energy, friendship, and couple wise. We didn't talk about like word energy. Since today gonna be the last, well, we gonna end talking about energy today. What are some things that we could have talked about that we haven't talked about when it comes to energy and it got like having something to do with us and how we get down?
Misplaced energy.
Ooh, man. Talk about that. Talk about that. Misplaced energy.
We were talking about friends and associates, and sometimes we misplace our energy in those. You know, it's okay to place energy in friends. You know, long life friends. You know, friends that transition into family members, but it's not okay to place energy into associates. You know, that could backfire on you.
True that. Ring girl.
Cultivating energy.
Talk about it.
So, in many cases, sometimes you have to cultivate a space. You have to make it what you want it to be. And I think that is something that people struggle with because they don't understand how you see instances where, well, I don't understand why, you know, this person doesn't move this way with me, and I see how they move with them. Well, you have to cultivate that energy.
True. That's a real shit right there. And to speak on that a little bit too, cause that's everybody. I'm not gonna get the same reaction same Floyd gonna get from somebody. I ain't gonna get the same reaction that you. I learned a long time that I don't. What other people get is not for me. I have to get it my way, and that's generating your own energy. And it also go back to the friendship thing when you say value. Me as a person, if I'm around you, I want to be an asset.
Right.
I want to be able to help you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why I don't have too many friends, and I don't give a fuck about saying who I don't fuck with. Because the people who fuck with me, now you know
what
our
it is.
energy.
Right.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? If I don't fuck with you, that's the energy that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? So just man, y'all got me feeling good.
I feel like we touched that a little bit last week too. Because like remember when Blakely was like, well, I don't ghost anybody, and I was like, no, I'm not ghosting them. They knew exactly why we were done.
Right.
You cultivated that energy. You're not confused about what this is.
Right.
We're done here. I don't got to call you to let you know that. You knew what it was when we walked away from each other, that we were done right then and there.
Yeah. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you are the person that it's a liability to. It's nothing wrong with getting rid of that liability if that's truly what it is. You know, and if it's an asset, you know, that's your choice too. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, but smart individuals don't get rid of assets unless it's not an asset.
That's called fumbling.
Right.
Fumble the bag. Someone fumbled the bag.
Same Floyd. What you got to add to it, brother?
That out your body energy.
There we go. There we go.
Being able to get outside yourself and see the situation in all aspects. That's a rare energy. You know, and sometimes you can't do it. You don't have time to do it. That's like saying, well, I know what I would have did, this. No, you don't know what you
See, that takes a level of maturity that a lot of us
don't know what you.
A lot of people don't have that.
So.
You would just be shutting the fuck up. Smart.
So that separates a lot of things. That kind of energy within yourself, and if you got a friend willing to do that, so you know, you might save your life one day, thinking that, or save a life. So you gotta. Everything ain't what it seems, and energy is all kind of frequencies. It's a flip of a quarter.
For real talk.
You know, so.
Yeah. All day. I like that. And the other me, y'all giving all the great energy as usual. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and God done hit all the ones that need to be said. You know what I'm saying? I think this month span, I think a lot of our energy then grew. You know, we had some little rocky situations, but overall we staying on a high energy, more or less. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we can talk about it because I want to let people know you got to have somebody to vent to, man.
Got to.
Yeah.
You got to. You got to have somebody to vent to because talking to yourself, yes, you can do that. And it's more for planning for me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you need to know that people understand you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got to be everybody.
Well, you have to know that you're not the only one feeling what you're feeling. And I think that when we look at society as a whole and we're talking about how everybody wants to be represented, it's because everybody does need to feel connected. We don't have that connection anymore. And so we're thirsty for it. But we have this technological interference.
Yeah.
These phones, these videos. We used to be able to touch. You need human touch. You need that relatable instance and feeling, and we don't have that. And so that's very true. Everyone wants to feel like they're not alone.
Yeah, real talk, man. We did pretty good on time, man. We kicking their ass out here. Shout out to the fucking Philosophy Show. Make sure y'all go vote at soldierbyblood.com on Yours Awards. What is it? Yours Awards 2023 and continued Yours Awards, because we got more categories this time, and we might have a switch up. You know what? Before we get off the air, well, I still got a question here. Like, I want to ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask some other people, but I'm gonna ask y'all this first. Because one category is not getting a lot of votes, like, because I be looking at the votes. So I'm probably going to take that one out. I ain't finna just say, oh, y'all need to vote on this. I ain't even going to do it, because I see all the other ones. They getting votes. This one is not getting that many, like
At
single votes. Like, they still at single votes.
Well, then,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
I would
saying?
take it out, because then that's just kind of disrespectful to all of the nominees.
Yeah.
And what we don't want is any more
So
conflicts.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So I'll probably take that out, but what I want to ask y'all is, what should be the new category? Something that I probably missed. And also think about is the theme of it, this movie thing too. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to if you don't want to, if you just think it's a good idea, but I'm trying to keep it on the theme. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
My mind is saying a growth award.
Yeah. That's more on the, because I was going to put upcoming artists, but you saying like a most improved player award, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's dope.
Most improved player of what category? Music?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
We'll
what
have to
category?
figure out. But this had to be voted on.
Yeah.
Should we not even have a category? Maybe it's just.
Maybe we can.
Whatever they. No, go ahead.
Most improved development.
Just
because there's some
period.
people that really
Stepped
turned the
up.
corner. Yeah, here.
Well, listen, we ain't even gonna put it in the category. Just have whoever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. That could work. What you think? What you think, Sam? Just period. Even if it wasn't that.
I think about that for real. Totally. I ain't got nothing right off the bat, but
That's cool.
I like that most improved. I just would like to know how we would narrow that down. Because what would it be based upon? Would it be based upon business, strategy, visibility?
Yeah,
Is there
I
a
see what you're
specific
saying.
genre of business that we're talking about?
So I mean, let's cause I do want to get it done today. We'll talk about it out off the air. But I like where you're going with it, and we can put it. I would say brand wise, like most improved.
Most improved brand is that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that because then
MIB?
that's not even just one specific genre. That could be any of it because everybody's branded.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. So, you like that?
Okay.
That's how we do this shit,
man.
Knowing me, it'll probably be before Monday, so it'll probably be tonight.
Like, cause I'm like Monday's every bit of tomorrow,
At
right?
11:59.
If you say like most improved artist is or whatever you do, because that's is a brand. Artist, food is a brand. Food is artistry. People that's fucking hella artists. All this shit. You know what I'm saying?
And whoever win this, they have to have a hard brand. So whoever be just putting names and shit, and y'all gonna have to, hey, you give people an inch that take a mile. I get it, and I'm just saying this for me, to everybody. They gotta match what the fuck it is. If they not R&B artists, don't put them because they fucking not, you know what I'm saying? They gotta be qualified.
What we're talking, like, they gotta be on target.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, you know, and I get it. I can't say nothing about time and all that. I get that. But they should deserve the award. You know what I'm saying? They should deserve it. Now, I'm going to say this, though. That don't deter you not to put your name in there. I ain't saying that. But if you going to do this, you have to represent it.
Right. Don't come up to us lukewarm and we was expecting sriracha.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about that, man. But I do appreciate everybody who's voting, everybody who nominated. It's going motherfucking down. For real, for real, for real. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this question your life, y'all.
Yeah. It's my favorite.
All right. Question my life. I think we was talking about it a little bit, though. But, Green Girl, how do you feel about our democracy here in the United States?
I am disappointed and unimpressed with the democracy here in the United States because we are in a lose-lose situation. Our democracy has been paid for by all parties involved, and none of them are doing anything to benefit even themselves at this point.
That's strange.
On a bigger level, even feeding your constituents terrible food is still against your own best interest.
Yeah.
You won't have constituents if they all die and they can't afford to take care of themselves and keep the motherfucking currency going.
For real.
You won't have anybody to fight for you because they'll be too sick. And just because you're not physically sick, a mental illness is still a physical sickness. You just can't see it. But we really do see it. So we are in a very big lose-lose situation, and we, whether they want to admit it or not, we're actually probably qualified to be a third world country. We're very much heading in that direction.
Let me put that.
What the fuck is that?
I say third world. Hey.
We are really getting close to that. We're tiptoeing
like
on that fucking rope.
I think we kind of like China. We just got different mix of people.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, man. I didn't know China was that advanced.
China's hella advanced. They're fucking up. Like, the fact that they want you to be illiterate to a certain degree is wild to me. We used to be a country where people would send their family to learn and go back home. That's not the case anymore.
What, learn business?
Learn anything.
I couldn't say.
Our country used to be a place where they would come abroad to study.
Yeah,
The way we go abroad, we used to be that. We are not that anymore. We are not that anymore.
But not even for WashU?
People still come here, but it's not the way it used to be.
Okay.
We used to be a hub. The United States used to be a hub for any and everything. Motherfuckers are leaving. Countries have travel bans for us and advisories for us.
Damn, is that bad?
Other countries really have travel bans and advisories. They advise their constituents to not come here because of first of all, you can die. Sex trafficking is really high. That's another thing that they advise them to come here about. The police brutality is another reason. Doesn't matter what color you are. That color shit stopped after when they were protesting during the pandemic. They was beating the white kids up too. That shit don't matter no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there are several bans against us. They warn them about eating the food here. We're a terrible fucking place to be.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? Alright, St. Floyd, how you feel about the democracy here, man?
I already said we going backwards.
Man, say backwards.
Yeah.
Damn.
The world is recycling itself, man.
What the fuck is going on?
Bruh. Niggas walking down the street with choppers, nigga.
That's true.
Hey, I better understand.
It's the Wild Wild West.
Wild West. Hey,
Man,
but
the land is lawless.
it's so much going wrong with what we need to survive. So when I say recycle, how do we start it out? You see what I'm saying? It don't gotta come to an end somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, so and where's that? When does that end start, and how does that start? But certain stuff shouldn't be going on, and it is. So that's why I feel about the fucking democracy.
Wow. Daddy Rich, what you guys say?
It's a shit show.
Yeah. Damn.
First and foremost,
That's
I was
three
looking at
X's.
something maybe a couple days ago, and it's the Hunter Biden thing for me. How they has crucified this man and just demonized him and indicted him one time.
Right.
But then you have Trump, who's been indicted how many times? Impeached twice, indicted 4. But he's
Kicked
not
out of New York.
demonized. But Hunter Biden is paying for a lapse in judgment when he had a drug habit, which is we know as a disease, because some of our family members went through. But they demonizing him for one indictment. But the orange guy gets a pass. I don't know. You know, it's like when the church people think there's a degree of sin. When sin is sin. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, his sin was bigger than his. No, sin is sin. Criminal activity should be deemed criminal activity.
They know he's on some
He gets a pass with 2 impeachments, 4 indictments, with like 90 plus charges.
And a Rico.
But this guy had a drug problem.
Oh, you know what it is.
And he went to get a gun.
It's political.
And now it's like
political.
Demonized. I don't know.
But
I
that's
guess
what I mean
the
by
scales of justice
But that's what I
represent the scales of justice, which is unbalanced.
It's unbalanced like a
Because
mother.
I've never seen the scales of justice be balanced.
Ever. In no time.
If you pull up an image off Google, it won't be balanced. It's always gonna be, you know. So I just been tripping off that, you know, because that's not sliding past.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a shit show.
Damn. So we got 3 X's on how we feel about democracy. Cause it's crazy. Cause y'all are not the only people who feel like that. And I be wondering, like, they saying like the economy good, blah blah
Lies.
blah,
Lies.
and all of that.
We are in a depression.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, me personally, I still feel the same that I felt 10 years ago. Like, I don't feel like it's, as far as the food and all that shit, yes, that shit is like, I'm like, how we didn't know this shit? How is this not, how you don't know until now that it's this? Because mama never fed us this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we eating the same.
But they was eating real animals. Them pigs was real. Them greens was real.
I get that.
So you could have got big and still might have had a chance. Now your whole leg gonna be gone by the end of the damn day.
That's retarded. That's what I'm saying. It's retarded. How did we get here? That's my point. How did we get here?
The right people were paid. The right people were paid to do what they do best. The right people were paid.
We should be firing these motherfuckers and funding the whole government
and
or
these
what?
Fools. And here's the thing: we can all agree on the whole fact that they all need to be fired. The problem is, you still got sections of people that feel like even with that, they still are in charge. And
Who is that? The people with the money?
1%.
If we go back, do y'all know that breakfast is not a relevant meal?
Right. Yeah, I know
That's
that
a
now.
sales tactic.
I know that now.
It was a sales tactic. So basically,
I
seriously.
love breakfast, man.
You were conditioned to love breakfast.
Yeah.
It was a sales tactic. Motherfucking farmer had a hard time getting his product off. Guess what? He worked with a doctor. Doctors tell people that you supposed to eat in the morning. That's how you feel your body. For the most important meal of the day. Shit works so good they never stopped saying it.
Then they started putting cereal as breakfast food.
Yep.
It's just some sweet shit.
Yep. Just some bullshit.
Should have rot your grill out.
Man.
Cocoa Puffs, nigga.
Man, then we was eating that shit. That's why I said, man, we was eating that shit like a motherfucker. Like, I was eating a lot of shit. And this wasn't, I'm not talking about when I was little, like, the shit that they telling me that's unhealthy. My peoples was feeding me this shit. Not just the meat shit, but just like the cereal and all
Juice
that
with the red,
shit.
the juice with the
Like,
red flavor, and that shit is what gives these kids ADHD.
So,
I don't believe in giving small children juice and soda. I don't.
But my thing, I never knew that. That's crazy. How can you not know this shit? Until you want to know it, I guess.
My mom and them, you know, everybody grew up on Kool-Aid. I stopped drinking Kool-Aid when I was in my 20s.
Yeah. I've been drinking Kool-Aid.
I don't like Kool-Aid.
But I know so many
Kool-Aid,
people now that still look at me crazy, like, y'all drink Kool-Aid? No, bitch, couldn't put it together for you if I wanted some sugar and water, just ain't working for me.
And we used to drink, you pour hella sugar in that shit, too.
Used to tear it
Hella.
up, riding your teeth
Thick at
out
the
your
bottom.
head.
Be thick at the bottom. Then y'all go outside
My
and
granny
play.
used to have
I got a motor.
different pictures and 2 different flavors. She kept country time in that motherfucker, and she kept tea in her. So you got 4 different options of sweet shit to drink, and I used to drink all the sweet
What about
shit.
Tang?
Tang,
I
all
don't know
that
nothing about
shit,
that.
man. I fuck with some Tang. My daddy
Nestle
did.
quick powder and that shit.
That Nestle
Juice.
shit.
Juice.
And then
Killing
now,
juice,
because
freeze pops,
we
all that
were
shit.
supposed to be drinking milk, and they up there
Right.
telling us milk do a body good, and we
You
out
sure
here,
did.
yeah.
Man, like,
Wasn't
what
supposed to be
we-
drinking it.
We was straight programmed. I'm like, what the fuck? So, I'm more woke to it, and I think I'm more associating it. Like, to me, I don't know, this just in my mental. Being able to do whatever you want to do and figuring out how to get the middleman out your shit when you eating on your own. That's kind of a survival thing.
And that's where
You know
we're
what I'm
headed.
saying? Because it's like, if we don't know what we're eating, and then I'm feeding my kids the same shit I'm eating, not knowing that I'm giving them cancer or this is making them do this, because it is real. Ever since I've been fasting, I can tell. I know I'm sick right now. I know why. Because I know what I'm putting into my body now. To where it's because it makes you react. It shapes you what you eat, dog. Like, I straight peep how my daddy and them look, because the way they was eating and how they continue to
I'm gonna
eat.
tell you something like this. When from working in the hospital, I can look at somebody and I can tell whether they on dialysis or not. It's something about how their skin looks, the shine or the sheen or the lack thereof, and how their face ends up being shaped. I can just look at somebody and tell they get dialysis or they got problems with diabetes. You can just look at them and tell after you've seen it so much.
Yeah.
I can just eyeball it. Oh, I know what that is.
Man.
You really can.
And you can learn a lot too from your elders, just knowing because you know they habits, you know what's going on, and just peeping like because I think a lot of people may have what you call it, they built for excreting all the bullshit out their body, kind of built for it. But some people not, and some shit might not be able to get out like you would do it. It's like your environment inside you is different. But blessings get people, or whatever, the Most High, whoever putting that on you, but you should be able to know what you put in your fucking body. That's something I think should just be, you should know. There shouldn't be no trickery on shit. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of fucked up.
America's good at playing games with verbiage.
Yeah.
They really are with verbiage when it comes to content and making sure you know. Because you're supposed to have the right to do all these things. But it's a double-edged sword because people don't want to utilize their rights appropriately because they're lazy. And they bank on that laziness for them to be able to do the things that they do. I'm going to give a prime example. We are in an age where there is something called electronic health information. And is a requirement now thanks to President Obama. So you have the tools to take care of yourself. If you go to any doctor, they will now give you the right to an email where you can upload and get into your chart when you need to. If you want to speak to your doctor, you can send them an email. If you want to see what the results for, if you want to see when your next appointment is, all of that is visible to you now. You go get tested, your results will be there. Well, guess what? Anytime I get a patient that call in and I say, well, did you check my chart? Well, I don't have time. I don't want to. Or I can't. And the time that you're wasting talking to me, you could be taking control of yourself right now. But you won't. Because you're lazy. And then you'll go and complain when they start taking those rights away from you. Because you're lazy. We're not good about adopting good habits. We're great about adopting bad ones.
Ooh, that's what I'm saying.
That is deep.
Preach. It's getting
wreck time.
We hear this a lot. You know what I'm saying? That shift. But we're going to get into that on another episode. We're going to go into that. We're going to start talking more about that because that's reality. Because if we in an aquarium, democracy is in that bitch. So we moving off of a lot of things that we need to start recognizing what we moving off of. Because how can you go 10, 20 years, and it is an answer to that, to this question, without knowing what you eat?
Because we weren't paying attention.
That's nuts.
And they put it right in your face, but you got to be able to pay attention and want to know about it. We only looking at the numbers from one perspective. Now all of us, we all into business now. Now we got to read. You got to read the fine print. You got to understand what the numbers mean. You got to know why it costs that much. Went to the store the other day, bought me a little, what it was, a soda. I said, you charged me $2.99 for a soda. How much I should pay for the whole case? Right. People around me looking at me like they're laughing. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to see what the markup is. I might need to buy that motherfucking case myself and charge $2.99. I don't think the same no more.
When the soda's like $2, like this Powerade is like $2.50 before tax. Like, there ain't even a lot of drink in there. You used to be able to get a whole bottle of anything for $1.19. But you know, this conversation just made me think of something. Like I'm tripping off of. Have you ever seen a picture of a fat slave?
Not unless they
Have
were the
you ever
ones.
heard that Massa was not feeding his slaves?
I'm trying to think.
You know what I'm saying?
Only time I could think of them
I
depicting
ain't
a
hear
fat
no
slave,
obese slave.
is when they were like the ones that had the babies and aged. And then after they age, they're not doing much of anything because they're just watching kids. But I've never heard of like a fat male slave.
Yeah, that's just true. So, but now that we have freedoms to make our choices about what, like you say, you putting in your body, now it's all this obesity and you know, in our lineage. You know what I'm saying? But I've never seen a picture of a fat slave. Or I've never heard that massa wasn't feeding the slaves. Right. So what was we eating so different then that we not eating now to keep
And
us
they was
a
eating the
little leaner?
worst parts of everything.
This is what I'm saying.
They were eating they were eating scraps. Yeah. Scraps and whatever they were able to keep from what they grew. And that was regional. So if they grew okra here, but they only grew rice there, that's different meals. So those are different sustenances and different things to keep. You know, you might have country fed down here, and you might have slender over here because they're eating fruits, because that's what they're rich in.
We gonna get into that, man. That's some. We gonna discuss some of that type of shit, man. But when it comes to the democracy with me, man, you know, like you said, it's like a double-edged sword. I look at it like you got more of a right to get duped or you also got the right to do some shit, but you also got the right to get get souped up, to get conned. Like that's your motherfucker not
We're watching
looking
them
out for
con each other in our face, and they're arguing about how they're conning each other in our faces.
Yeah, like
that is a real thing.
Yeah, I'm straight tripping off of Trump Trump is the ultimate. Like you don't want to get in it with Trump.
The problem that I'm having is
fuck with him because he gonna out everything. He don't give a fuck. He gonna out everything. Meaning, if he go down, you going down. That's what he gonna do. He don't give a fuck. I mean, I ain't gonna say I never seen it before, but I love how it's happening in politics. The hell you looking at? I love how it's working in politics.
I am definitely concerned with the fact that this person is going to historically be remembered for disrupting our country as a whole, because honestly, again, and I've said this before, the influence that he has on this country is a very destructive influence, a very violent influence, a very childish and immature influence. And that is why we're seeing so much of the behavior that we're seeing now. These little fights at these high schools this past couple weeks, that's been full out brawls, that doesn't surprise me. And I'm not mad at the kids anymore. I'm not mad at the parents anymore, because at this point it is a clear reflection of what is in charge. It's the same way as the logic of the problem starts at home. Our home is disrupted tragically. And everybody's blaming everybody because we're conditioned to do the blame game. When you at work, you did your job, they did their job, somebody fucked up. Guess what we gonna do? We gonna spend about 4 hours for me proving that I didn't fuck it up. The blame game. I always got something to say back. I'm known for that. Nah, baby, we gonna review this. I told you, get it right. But that's what we're watching happen in our face, and everybody's mad because now who's gonna admit that they didn't do what they were supposed to do at the polls? Who's gonna admit that they didn't pay attention in the small elections? Nobody. We're gonna keep bitching.
True. Yep. That's what it always is.
And we're watching the results in our face in real time.
Wow.
So attitude reflect leadership.
For real. All right, y'all.
All right,
man.
this was good.
Man. All right, y'all. We finna go ahead and get up out of here, man. It ain't nothing but love for all of y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. The council, man, let them know where they can find y'all at and what y'all got going on, man.
Well, you can find me on Instagram, TikToks, Facebook, Fanbase, wherever. Green Girl STL. I got events coming up. You can catch me all over the city. Holla at me.
Yeah.
What up, dog? You can look me up. Facebook, FloydBoy314, Instagram. Or Google me, 314 Music Entertainment, or 314 Music ENT at gmail.com. If you want to.
Find me on Facebook under Richard L. Shaw Jr. because I love my motherfucking daddy.
Yeah.
Always. And, you know, September 30th, find us at BB's.
Yeah.
It's going up.
It's going
October
down.
28th.
Yep.
What is that again?
SEALLC.
All right. Right down the street on South Broadway. Come through. 7613?
Yep.
Damn, I remember. But
Hey,
okay.
you know what it is.
Yeah, and of course, November the 11th, we're going up at Westport at the Yours Awards. Vote.
I know that's right. I ain't even been saying nothing about getting voted for.
You better.
Y'all better vote for me. I see it. I know who cares and who stands for me.
I voted for you twice last week.
Thank you.
We out here voting, y'all. Hey, y'all can catch me on the Philosophy Show on Facebook or Soldier by Blood Television. Hey, we'll be right. No, we won't. We'll be back. Not next week, but the week after, because we'll be in Utah. And before we get back on next week, I want to tell my boy a happy birthday, because we ain't going to be here next week.
Bro.
Lord, happy birthday.
We're going to see y'all after his birthday. We're going to say happy birthday to him. And another happy birthday to Ryan, man.
Ron G. used to fix bikes together with White Boy Dave, yeah. Town Grove taking them bikes.
Man, hey, make sure y'all cherish every memory, y'all. We on a great ride, man. I love y'all. And let's keep making these philosophies. We out.
It's the philosophy with the council.
You don't know about
Welcome to Louis Wood, baby.